Hey there, let's talk about mobility. So mobility is your body's ability to move your joint fully through its range of motion. The reason it's important is because it increases your capacity for movement. So stay tuned for a quick mobility routine that you can do prior to your workouts to help your body continue to function fully through its range of motion. I'm Nicole Gill, certified personal trainer and owner of Aspire Studio Fitness. Mobility and flexibility are often confused. Mobility is moving fully through the range of motion, while flexibility is stretching muscle tissue. Flexibility or stretching is something that's best done at the end of a workout when your muscles are already warm, or you can do it in a dedicated class such as yoga. Mobility is something that I do prior to every resistance training workout. I do it myself, and I also do it with all of my training clients. I typically do a 3 to 5 minute warm-up, such as on a cardio machine, a brisk walk, up and down the stairs a few times, and then go straight into this mobility routine. This is how I prime the muscles for resistance training. So mobility work not only increases your capacity for movement, enables you to move fully through your range of motion as you're lifting weights, but it's also going to reduce the risk of injury, and mobility can help you perform better if you participate in sports. It also helps keep your joints healthy as you age. So stick around for a quick mobility routine that I do prior to picking up the weights every time. Your feet wider than your hips and reach your arm up over the head into a side bend. Then clasp your hands in front of your chest and rotate to the right and then to the left. Tighten your core here and rotate through the center of your chest. We're just creating some mobility through the spine. Now step your feet slightly wider and lunge to the right and then to the left. Push your hips back as you shift your weight side to side. Start to reach one hand to the floor and the opposite hand to the ceiling. We're stretching through the inner thighs here and then also creating more mobility through the spine. Last one here. Feet a little narrower, reach your arms overhead and sit back into a squat and then pull the elbows back. Reach overhead and squat. Pull the elbows back, sitting your butt back and down and keeping your eye gaze forward. 4 more. Start to work your way a little deeper each time you squat, increasing that range of motion in the hips, knees, and ankles. This time we're gonna walk forward into a plank, bracing the core, and then bend the knees, walk back, sit, and stand. Do that again. It's an inchworm. Brace the core, and then walk the hands back and stand. Just keep the core really tight so your body's flat like a board. And this time, we're gonna come down and stay in the plank. Bring your feet hip distance, and lunge twist, stepping forward with the left foot, knee right over the ankle, twist toward the bent knee, touch down, step back, and switch direction. Option to do this with the knees on the floor. If you're unable to get that foot clear up to the hand. Twist, touch down, step back, and again, big step forward and rotate. Touch down, then come to your hands and knees. We're gonna cat-cow, so round the back. And then lift your head and tail, rolling through the spine, breathing in and breathing out. Tuck your chin, round through the back, lift your head and tail. One more time round. Back to a neutral spine. Bring your left hand finger to the temple, and you're going to rotate elbow to the sky, and then reach your hand palm up under the opposite shoulder. Do that again. Fingertip to temple, elbow to the sky, and then palm up under the opposite shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. This time a little quicker after the reach through, Hand under the shoulder and switch sides. Elbow to the sky, and then reach palm up under the shoulder. So we twist, and then we thread the needle. Do that 2 more times. Rotate and reach. Resting your head on the floor if that feels good. 1 more time. And then come back to hands under the shoulders. Now we're going to create a little cushion in your mat. So just create a loop and kneel on it. Step forward with your right foot. You're going to clasp your hands and ease your hips forward. And then shift your hips back, lengthening through the back of the leg. And do that again. Come forward, hips forward, and then pull back. So we're creating some mobility through the hips here, reaching forward through the shoulders and back. 1 more time forward, and then we're going to switch legs. Right here, come to kneeling, switch sides. Now shift your hips forward as you reach over the head, and then pull back. Do that again. Big breath in, overhead. Big breath out as you shift back, hand to the thigh. Do that again. Reach. And pull back. And 1 more time. We're going to reach over the head and come back to kneeling. Now you can take the loop out of your mat and come to 90-90 with your right leg forward, chest toward the thigh. Now hand next to the hip, you're going to squeeze your butt up into a spiral twist. And then open the chest, reaching toward the opposite wall. Hand comes over the head, and chest comes back down toward the thigh as your hips touch the floor. Do that again. Breathe in, lift the hips off the floor, reach over the head. Open the chest, reach for the opposite wall. Reach over the head, and then chest comes back toward the thigh. Let's do that 1 more time. Come on up, reach over the head. Open through the chest, reach over the head, and switch legs. So left leg forward, chest toward the thigh, reach over the head, open through the chest, and reach over the head again. Hips come to the floor as the chest comes toward the thigh. Squeeze the butt, lift the hips off the floor. Now open through the chest, back over the head, and chest back toward the thigh. One more time. Big open through the chest, reach over the head, and now we're going to shin box. So lift the knees and switch sides, chest toward the thigh, and come to the other side. The feet stay put, you just lift the knees and switch from side to side. If you'd like a new challenge, you can try it without touching your hands behind you. This is a really good mobility exercise for the hips. And anytime you need to touch the hands back down behind you, all good. Now we're going to step back into a down dog, so hands shoulder width, feet hip distance, and walk the heels 1 at a time, pressing them toward the floor, creating some mobility through the ankles. And go ahead and bend your knees a lot and walk your feet forward toward your hands. Hands to the thighs and slowly roll to standing. You are warm and ready for your workout.